Okay, so here we go. Now, if you would like, Paige, what we can do is go ahead and go straight into it. And then
Yeah,
if as
sounds great.
people come in, we'll just let them in. Would that be okay?
Yeah, sounds great. I'm gonna go ahead and start my timer to keep me on track.
Okay, great. Well, I just want to welcome everybody. My name is Lena Gutierrez Ibarra. I've been with Mary Kay for over 20 years, and I'll be your host today. And I do have a special guest with us who will be doing all the training. And what I will be doing is taking down all the messages and helping you get through this. But before we get started and I introduce this amazing trainer, I just want to do a little backstory. I had the pleasure of meeting Paige at seminar where we were both in an identical class and training, and we just happened to be sitting next to each other. And it's amazing what God puts in front of you. And as we were connecting and sharing my digital card, which she really loved, I really loved her knowledge in the process of the social media. And she was a spitfire. So I was just so excited to just be in her element. And with that being said, we decided to connect and put this training together. She was so generous and having the background, and I'm going to tell you all that in a minute, but just really have your paper, your pencil, embrace all this training. And this is to help you to build your business and really it's really to help me as well. So I'm also a student in this class as well as your host. So I'm excited to introduce. Um, I'm just real excited. Now, the person I'm going to introduce, I'm going to give you a little bit of background before I give you her phenomenal name. She's been in Mary Kay and she's been a beauty consultant for 2 years. During this time, she fell in love with self-branding and marketing herself. She's a marketing coordinator for Top Gun Events for about 1 year. Top Gun Events is a softball event company based out of Kansas City. During this time, she learned skills of marketing and maintaining a strong brand. Within her first year of marketing, as a marketing coordinator for Top Gun, she assisted in marketing for the following brands: Dick's Sporting Goods, Oakley, Jim John's, Prime Hydration, and so much more. Can you get excited? I know I am. She oversees the media team for Top Gun, and within her first year, she tripled the engagement and followers for the page. Now, that's what I'm talking about. She also created content for Top Gun's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook accounts. Now, this is where I definitely need help. She's also a 4-year college graduate and a student athlete. She graduated with a bachelor's in business management with the emphasis on marketing side. Along with two of her other girlfriends, she also recorded, produced, and marketed the True Faces Unmasked podcast, which is really a cool thing to look into as well. So without ado, let me introduce Paige Wallace. Yay!
Hello. That was amazing, Lena. Thank you. My dogs are barking. They're like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You did amazing. Oh, thank you. That was awesome. So, thank you, everyone who's watching, either watching the recording back or here live with us. This is going to be so much fun. Like I said, I got to start my timer so I stay on track. But I am here to help and introduce Instagram today. So we are going to go through during this entire sharing social experience. We are going to go through a bunch, well, specifically Instagram and TikTok. We may go into some other forms later on, but Instagram right now is our focus. So how can I help you? How can I help you? Why am I here? Why should you sit on this video and watch the recording if you are watching it back? Because Lena or I told you to, why am I here to help you? Or why are you on here live? So I'm here to increase your knowledge. I'm here to increase your skills to market yourself and your brand. So just in general, marketing and helping you learn those knowledge and skills to market yourself and your brand. I also want to provide you with tips and tricks to be successful in a social media and virtual world. That's no joke. That's where we're at now. There is still importance on face-to-face, knee-to-knee, but the virtual world is very relevant and it's here. So that's what I'm here to help with as well. increase confidence when starting and maintaining and marketing your brand. So not only just starting it, but having the confidence to start it and then maintain it and continue to market that brand. So I'm going to coach you step by step, train you on how-tos for setting up that social media platform, specifically Instagram right now, and creating content as well. I'm here to be a mentor as well as Lena. I know she is. Just be a mentor with real experiences. Me and her are both learning as we go together and with you guys. Like, I am the guru, but I also am still learning as I go. I have created what I've created through these places in my life I've been in. So with my other career, with my own brand, I'm learning and implementing that as I go with you guys. So again, super excited. Where do we start with branding? So that's another question. Where do we even start with this word branding? So I got a quote from Forbes magazine that states, while having a strong brand is important. So they're saying, yeah, a strong brand is important. It's ultimately the person behind the brand who connects with the person on the other side of the brand for a deeper level of meaning. So needless to say, that's just another high status business magazine saying, hey, it's really the person behind this brand that's really going to make it authentic. So the goal is to create an authentic depiction of oneself through social media. That's where we're at now, starting Instagram. And I am going to go ahead. Did I have the access to share my screen, Lena? Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick. And so once it shares here, you should see access to my Instagram page. Let me pull up my page here. So there we go. So now, as long as, can I get the thumbs up? We can see it okay? Perfect. It's all working. So now we have the Instagram page up. And this is my page here. It's going to have my profile picture, my bio. So that's where we're going to be focusing at this evening, is going to be the biography. That's going to, if created well, if a really good created well biography stands, then it's going to increase your followers, website link clicks, and any other link clicks that you have on your profile, or hashtag clicks. So a good profile is going to increase clicks and followers. We want to make sure we know that importance. So when we're looking at, okay, branding ourselves, like you're like, okay, I don't even know where to start, Paige. How do I even start branding myself on my social media bio? Well, that's going to we're going to now look at that elevator speech, quote unquote. If you've had those business classes, or if you've taken these seminar or trainings and you hear this elevator pitch, that's actually just a short 30-second or less blurb of who you are and why you do what you do, who you are, why you do what you do, and why that is important or can help others. Because let's be real. When it comes to social media, we're on there. We follow people who are going to benefit us in some way. I do. I follow people that are going to continue to drive me forward in a positive way or inspire me. And so that's what I want to do in my bio. I want to create that person or that elevator speech. So for example, if we're looking at my profile, you see my profile picture, and we'll go in a second into the details of kind of how to change your profile picture and all that. So just hang tight there for a second. But with that elevator speech and creating our bio for ourselves, we have our profile picture, a good clear picture of yourself, and then you have your name clearly stated. My profile is a public profile, so that's why it says entrepreneur right there. It's a public business profile. So I do want to make sure I enunciate this little detail. When you create an Instagram page, you can choose to be a private account or a public account. So I am a public account. I choose to be a public account because I want to run my business as a business account, and I want to reach as many people as I can and create that following, whatnot. So I choose to be public. Now, if you choose to be private, that's totally fine, and just have, friends, family, whoever you want to know who is following you and what you're seeing. That's totally fine. You just won't have the option to add links to your page, which is totally fine. You can choose to do that, but that is just the difference between those two that I wanted to make a point. You do have to be a public account to add the links. So with that being said, then we will go on to adding hashtags to the bio and those links. So if you look here, creating that good elevator speech, who am I and why am I important to you? Okay, well, I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. That's my very first one because that's who I am And that's my brand. I really create myself. We'll get into brand next week, but that is really where I create my big brand around, is I focus on my Mary Kay. So then I say hashtag Mary Kay Life. And you're like, okay, Paige, where do I find these hashtags? How do I choose between what hashtags I would want to use? So this one specifically is one that's used broadly in the brand of Mary Kay, just because it's a quick link you can click on and it shows kind of every different Mary Kay beauty consultant and how they're fitting it into their lives. So that's why I chose that one. And you also want to choose a hashtag that you're going to want to add into your profile content. So any reels or pictures, I'm going to add that hashtag on all of my Mary Kay pictures. So that's where that all correlates in. Now let's next go to underneath the Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. It says True Faces Unmasked Podcast, or Unmasked hashtag podcast. So that's obviously my podcast. And so that's the title of it. Hashtag podcast. That's just a simple one to put on all of my podcast posts. Next, that Top Gun Events Marketing Coordinator and the Fitness Guru, those hashtags again correlate with just those specific things about me and who I am. And so again, I'm going to add all those hashtags for those specific details about me to my content that I then create. And that's how it all intertwines. And you get more clicks, you get more likes, you get more followers, all those fun things. So now there is our bio, and we're learning how to create our bio. Our wheels are turning on what we're thinking we want to maybe create as our elevator Instagram speech bio. So now let's look at how to change our profile picture. So when your screen or when your account is public and we're on a app, Instagram app, like on an iPhone, it's gonna look, your account's gonna look like this. And so down here in the bottom left corner of the screen, you're gonna see the bubbles going across the screen, which are my highlight reels. So right above the True Faces and Mary Kay bubble, it says Edit Profile. So you're gonna look for that Edit Profile button, and you will click on that button. When you click on the Edit Profile button, you're gonna see your profile picture, name, username. Now, when we edit our profile picture, we're gonna wanna click Edit Picture or Avatar. And so we do that, this screen's gonna pop up here, and we're gonna click on choose from library, because unless you're gonna be taking a photo right now, we don't need to click on take on photo. Or unless you're wanting to import one from Facebook, you could do that too, but we're just gonna choose a photo from library, and that's when we can go through all of our photos and decide I'm gonna cancel that because I'm not gonna change my profile picture right now. But this is also the same spot where we can go to add links. So again, we gotta be a public Instagram account to be able to have access to add links, and you'll see those links live down here at the bottom of my bio underneath Fitness Guru hashtag 75hard. It says Facebook profile and 3 more links. So we'll click on the Facebook profile and 3 more links, and up comes another bar where it'll show my profile for my Facebook page, my website, my YouTube channel, my podcast channel. And so that's where all of those links live. But so where do we go to add those links to our profile or to our profile bio when we are a public Instagram account? So that's, we're going to go back to the edit profile option, which is right there above the bubble highlights. It says edit profile. So again, you'll click on edit profile and you'll see the profile picture, name, username, pronouns, bio, links. So once you see links, there's going to be an arrow over here that has a 4 and an arrow. So it just says 4 because I have 4 links right there, but that's where you'll go to add your link. So again, here I have my 4 links, but if you wanted to add one, you'd click add, you'd get that URL from your Safari link, from your other social media account. You would go find that URL, copy and paste it in here, create your own title, and then you would click done. And then instead of done, since I'm not adding a link, I'm going to click cancel, discard changes. But then when you click done, it would add to your links, and you just go back to your profile and it would be right there in those links. So how fun is that? That's how we actually go to our Instagram profile. And again, edit profile is where you'll go to change that Instagram profile picture. That's where we're also going to go. I didn't even say that yet, to change our bio. Oh my goodness, talking about the bio and self-branding and elevator speech, I forgot to even tell you guys. That is where we're going to change our bio too, right there. Name, username, profile, bio. That's where we'll go to edit anything on our biography. And then underneath that is the link, of course. So when you do want to make it a public business account, just really quick, because this can be questions later on we can go over. But when you go down to public business information, that's where you can pick category, and I picked entrepreneur, but there's a big list on there that you can go through to choose from as well. So now that we've went over the profile picture, adding links in the bio, I do just want to go back to, I want to click over to my other account that I run just for your guys' reference. So because this is my personal page. And so my personal page, I want to show you just different examples of how you can run your page, but I put everything in one page. So there's sometimes we hear of the theories of, okay, I am a Mary Kay beauty consultant and I run a podcast and I'm a marketing coordinator for this account and I'm a fitness guru and I should have 4 different accounts because I do 4 different things. And that's not necessarily the case. You can have one account for multiple things depending on where you're at in your life with doing that. So for example, I run my Mary Kay business mainly from this account. This is also my life though. So it has my personal stuff on there. It's also going to have my fitness stuff on there, like you see. And it's going to have a little bit of the marketing coordinator. That's mainly just for that elevator speech. So people know who I am. And it's to draw their attention to the other account I run. So this one specifically, this is where I would tell someone when you go to make another account, this is a whole nother brand that I work for. So that's why it's a separate account. So this would be, say, for example, I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant, but I'm also, if you guys know, the brand Zaya, it's a workout brand. So, but I'm also a Zaya rep. Say that's a good example there. I could create a whole nother account for my Zaya account, but technically that's still my brand. That's still under me. So I could just keep that in my one page. But with Top Gun Events, that's a whole nother company, LLC run by someone else that I work for. So that's why it's a complete other account. Again, if there's questions on that, we can go over it. But that's kind of the difference between these two and why I'm now going to another completely different account just to show you guys kind of what I do for them. So the Instagram page, when I started it a year ago, we were at less than 300 followers. And now I run this page. We're now at that 900 followers, which is still pretty amazing to triple that following in a year. But so for example, like this is going to be that elevator speech for a brand that's going to have something like this link tree. This is where I'm trying to get to the explanation. So for example, like Lena, and it's something I'm looking into, has her business website with a bunch of different links that are all attached to one link. And so that's what they have here, is where they have this link tree. But that elevator speech is a lot shorter because we're home of the Top Gun Invitational. So I just wanted to give you guys another view of what you could be looking at and the difference between pretty much running your multiple brands on one page and not having to separate them versus having another brand outside of yourself that would need another account, if that all makes sense. But hopefully we can take questions later. But with this being our first night, I am now gonna stop sharing the screen because that was really all I had this evening, and I am ready for questions.
Also, I want you to let them also include what the homework assignment is before we go into questions. So as we are building this up for everybody, it's important to know that, oh, let me just get everybody back in there. So, oops, let me just give me 1 second. Technical difficulties. Okay, there we go. So, Paige, what we're going to do is talk about the homework, and then I do have a few questions just to just throw at you a little bit, and maybe we can answer them. So go ahead and
perfect.
Go into that.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of the homework, because this is going to be interactive in a way, because I want to get on here and coach you, Lena, and I want to get on here and coach you and help create this safe space to learn and grow together. But we do want to hold each other accountable the best we can. So we are recording these, and we're going to have homework for everyone to come back with. And so we're actually growing and learning together. So our homework tonight for next week, so we'll have this done by next Wednesday for our next meeting. You're going to create your own Instagram profile if you don't already have a profile, but specifically if you have your own profile, we're going to be creating and editing our bios, creating that strong elevator speech bio in our page with those hashtags, with those links if we're going to choose to be a public account. Kind of get that all settled, so then you got it. You have it done. It's updated and it's ready to go. Is that?
Yeah,
We're all
perfect.
ready with that. Woo!
No, that's perfect, because we just want to let our viewers know that when they're watching this, that we want to help you build in bite size. Mary Kay always says you can't eat the elephant all at once, but take one
Yes.
bite at a time. So what we've decided to do is do this piece by piece for once a week until we can build a good, comfortable starting point. So we really hope in that you enjoy what we're bringing to the table. And the first grade your one, next week we'll have another homework. And if you do everything within a week, you will have a great start in social media. Phenomenal options. Banners. What are banners?
Oh, it froze. I'm
Do
sorry.
you know what
There we go.
banners are on the when you were showing your when you were showing your page on the links down below where like on
Here,
the bio part
I'll
when
share
you
my
went into
screen
that.
again and we can look at it. Are you
Okay, yeah.
so
That would be
good?
helpful.
Great question. I think I know exactly what you're talking about, but let's pull it up just so we can double check, because
That
that is
would
a
be
great
great.
question. So can you see that thumbs up?
Yes.
Perfect. So those, are you talking about the little circles down there?
Well, not the circles. Those are highlights, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And we can edit those as well, but go into the edit window.
The edit profile? Yeah.
Uh-huh. So right there, I know that down below, we're just below links. I see that it says add banners. Oh, they're fundraising. Oh,
Yep. So that looks like it's something if you wanted to choose to add a banner for things like fundraisers, schedule live videos, if you had a professional account. Banners also include channels, products, and drops. So it is something you could probably look into. This is not something I've looked into yet, but it is probably looks like an option that if maybe you have like a YouTube channel for something kind of like what we're doing right now, maybe this is something we can look at as a banner maybe later on. So that's kind of cool. Maybe that's something we can learn together too.
oh, that would be awesome. Okay, great.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
I guess this is it. So this will be week 1. Oops, sorry. This will be week 1. And we'll be excited to have you join us for week 2.
Yeah,
So
for
thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, and then anyone that has any questions, even if you're, jumping on later with us or hopping on, I mean, feel free to reach out to us. You have our social media information on the flyers. We're going to be here every Wednesday, and it's 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6:00 p.m. Pacific Central Time. Oh my goodness, we're all around the United States. I love it. But we're really just here to grow together and create, again, that safe space. I love that we're recording it too, so that people can watch it anytime. It's going to expand, it's going to extend the dimensions of time. Like, it's going to be able to live in YouTube where people can come watch it and grow that account and rewatch it so that you can continue to learn. I love that. So I love and just am so happy that Lena, you're here with us and that you're here to support me, but also all you followers and everyone joining us this evening, guests, anyone watching it back. Thank you for your support in all this as well, because without you guys, we'd be coaching no one. So I'd rather coach people than myself.
Right. But just wait, we have it all
Yeah.
planned out for the next 4 sessions. So just do the first step, come back next week for the second step and the third, and then the fourth will finalize, and you'll be on your way. So thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll say bye for now and see you next time.
Yes, thank you. Bye.